Thank you.
Based on your system, there is a call. So whoever was first, they just need to know who's going first for the queue then. Probably in the start list, Jordan. It's in the start list for the final. Jill, do you want to do the
Welcome back to our boys Group A 3-meter springboard final. Please welcome your officials, your referee.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the World Aquatics Junior Diving Championships here in Rijeka 2026. It is a nice and clear, well it's currently clear above us right now. There are some dark clouds ahead of us. Hopefully they stay away for this boys A 3-meter springboard final. It's going to be an exciting final. They had a very long prelim earlier today. So for the divers, it's all about obviously qualifying for the final and then chilling out, trying to unwind a little bit, fuel yourself, get some lunch in the system, and then they got to warm up again, train their dives. It's a long day for them. Diving is no easy event. We are ready to start the event with the first diver, Mari. Pomeroy Farrell, representing Fiji. He'll be competing in inward 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there, slightly going over on his entry. Good strong takeoff, nice form. A little bit bent legs there as you see him come out. Watching his dive back from his coach on his iPad. We've got the only British competitor in this event, Luke Regret, performing a forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist pike. See there, he's a little bit back off the end of the board there. Not the most comfortable hurdle and takeoff. They did a good job in the air. Moving on to James Wood from Australia. His first dive will be an inward 2.5 somersaults pike. We're going to see 5 rounds of dives from the divers, all optional dives. Nice steady dive there for James. Slightly short of vertical, but keeping the splash down. Coached by Edwin Yunyans. Got Evan Karim, representing United States of America, performing forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. That was very up and down there. As you can see, I think he felt like he was a bit close there, so he was a bit scared to come out where he would have liked. Going a bit over rotation, probably not too happy with his entry there. Got his teammate following him. Mick Schwickert, performing an inward 2.5 somersaults pike. Not generating the best jump out of the board there, moving a little bit far away from the board, making it difficult to get round those 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Moving on to Joshua Becerra, representing Mexico. He'll be performing an inward 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. When it's not raining, it is a beautiful pool to be diving in. Nice takeoff there. Good rotation speed. Completing 2.5 somersaults above the board. Line up to the entry.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7, 7, 6.5. Martinez Lizauskas, inward 2.5 somersaults.
We have Martinez Lizauskas performing an inward 2.5 somersaults pike. I was really impressed with this diver's performance in the prelim. I think he may have misheard the referee's whistle potentially. Yep, we've got the all clear. In with 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Got some heavy strapping there on his ankle. I think I can see some strapping on his lower back there. Nice. Beautiful form. Beautiful leg form. Nice toe point. Tight pike shape. A little bit hesitant on the entry. Still keeping that splash down. Next up we've got Luis Forster from Germany, performing the same dive in with 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there from Luis. Good takeoff, just a little bit far away from the end of the board. Trying to keep that splash down. We've got Samuel McCaffrey from Canada, performing the same dive again, in with 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Great jump out at the end of the board there. Completing the whole dive above the board. That's what you want to see. So strength and confidence. Just need to tidy up that entry to push for those 7.5s and 8s. We have Carlos Solozano from Mexico, performing an inward 3.5 somersaults in tuck position. 3.4 difficulty. Hardest dive we're seeing so far. Not the most amazing takeoff there. Moving a bit far away from the board. Having to really dig into that tuck shape. Coming out a little bit too late. Not the way you want to start your final off. Got Matvey Pomoshkinov from Russia, in with 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. It's great to see so many nations here competing from around the world. Lovely tight pike shape there, nice entry, solid dive. More of those, please. We've got Finn Awe from Germany, in with 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. There's many great German springboard male divers in the history books. Beautiful, beautiful, spicy. I like it. Look how he stays on his tiptoes down the end of the board. That allows him the correct distance away from the board. And a beautiful entry for Finn. That's the end of the first round. It's a lot quicker than the prelim, which is much nicer for the divers. A nice quick competition is always preferred for these divers. A long one is never fun. It's not fun for the athletes. It's not fun for anyone. But a final is more exciting and faster paced. We've got Maori from Fiji. Second dive. Front 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice solid hurdle, landing on the end of the board there. Good entry. Not much splash coming up. Could maybe neaten up. He's come out a little bit. Dapping up his coaches. Shows confidence. We've got Luke from Great Britain performing a back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Oof. That was almost a cracking dive there. Just losing his feet. Feet with flex on the end of the board. On the end of the entry, sorry. But still, great knee save, keeping that splash down. Got James from Australia performing a front 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice, solid dive there from James. Looking composed and confident. Not quite ending on the end of the board there, but nonetheless, good air work and a great entry. Fist bump from Edwin. And a fist bump from Vaninka. Moving on to Evan from the America. In with 2.5 somersaults, pike. A nice, pretty dive there. Slightly dropping on his heels on the takeoff. Moving away from the board. Only just, but a very clean entry for Evan. We've got Mick forming a forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Nice dive there. Moving a little bit out away from the board. Meaning he had to work really hard on that entry to keep that splash down. And from it moving too far over vertical. I think his coach agrees there. Mick trains in Arizona, Scottsdale. Oh, Scottsdale, Arizona, sorry. He'll be used to the heat and outdoor diving, I think. Next up, we've got Joshua from Mexico, forming a forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Great use of the springboard there. Perfect timing. Nice and high. Spinning 3.5 times in his pike position. Lining up to the water. Slightly rolling over. Only barely though. We've got Martinez from Lithuania. Forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. A little bit short there on the entry. Lovely balance towards the board. Just a bit of a splash kicked up. Martinez trains at the Vilnius Diving Club, representing his nation and club with great pride. We have Luis from Germany forming a forward 2.5 somersaults with 1 twist. Oh, Did a good job there. Thought he was a bit hesitant. He was landing on the very left side of the board, twisting a little bit too late, but keeping it clean on the entry and upright. Nice dive there. It's about consistency in these sort of events. What kind of consistency? Obviously consistently good. If you want to be on the medals, you have to be consistently excellent. Samuel, forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there from Samuel. Bit back from the end of the board there. Line up to the water. I think the divers are maybe having a bit of a problem spotting that water. It's a bit of a glare from the sun that we didn't have earlier this morning. It's one of the many struggles and things divers have to just deal with when competing outside, the variables of weather. The sun is always moving. Carlos, Mexico, back 2.5 somersaults pike. Just landing a little bit short there. Didn't quite get his arms back in time. The shoulder taking a little bit of the hit of the water there. We've got Matvey from Russia forming a forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Oh, lovely dive there. He's really woken up in this final. Great height, great hurdle. Beautiful pike shape. Look at that. Not even a gap. And you can really see when there's a gap in the pike shape with this sort of weather, because you can see the sunlight beaming through. But there was not a single gap there. Brilliant dive. And the final diver of round 2, Finn, forming a back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Oh, textbook. More of these, please. Nice takeoff, good pike shape. And look at that entry, beautiful knee save in that water to really suck the water in. Some 8s and 8.5s there. Remember, the 2 lowest scores and the 2 highest scores will be deducted, which means they'll take a median average of the judges. The fairest way. There's 7 judges in total. We've got Mari Pomeroy from Fiji performing a back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there from Mari. Couldn't quite keep the splash down there, needed a bit of a quicker knee save. Mari was dreaming of being the first to represent his country in the sport, and he is doing that with confidence at this World Aquatic Junior Diving Championships. Dreaming of one day competing at the Olympics for Fiji. Here we've got Luke from Great Britain for reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Luke is one of the youngest divers in this competition, but he's not letting that decide his fate. Showing great composure, beautiful diving, good spotting, great entry. keep that up. He's enjoying himself, as he should be. When you get to a final, the hard work is done. You've just got to try and perform the best you can. We've got James Wood, back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Oh, landing a little bit short there for James. Moving a bit back away from the board. Lining up and maybe a bit too early. The sunlight, when the sun's close to the horizon, it makes it a lot harder for the divers. It's glaring off the pool. Got Evan, back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Good takeoff, good flight. Just missing his entry there. Beautiful leg form. The entry getting a bit away from him. Not every diver has access to an outdoor pool in their country. Outdoor diving is difficult. If you think about it, if it's a beautiful sunny day, you've got a blue sky and a blue pool. How do you know which way is up and down? We've got Mick forming a back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Moving a bit too far back there off the end of the board. Mick really struggling to slow that dive down. Sailing over. We'll have an opportunity to reset and come back stronger the next round. We have Joshua from Mexico performing a reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position. I think being part of the Mexican diving team at the minute is a very positive thing. A lot of success, especially in the Paris Olympics. In this exact event. Taking deep breaths. Joshua did a good job there, landing on the left side of the board. Your heart skips a beat as a diver when that happens. Struggling to get to the entry there, had to rush. We have Martinez, Lithuania, first 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Oh, such a shame coming out of the dive there a little bit too early. I don't think he was too happy with his takeoff there. He wouldn't have wanted to do it like that. Got Lewis Foster forming a forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. That wouldn't have been the takeoff he wanted. Getting great height out of the board. See, he's quite far away from the end of the board. Really trying to work that pike shape round 3.5 times. Not quite having enough time to line up properly and perform a rip entry. Samuel McCaffrey. Reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Coming out too early once again. Landing on the right side of the board. Especially where the sun is shining on a reverse. When you're coming out, you're just blinded by the sun. You've got to keep your eyes open. It's difficult when the sun's blinding in your eyes. Next up, we've got Carlos from Mexico. Reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position. 3.5 degree of difficulty. A little bit toes over on the end of the board. Not quite rotating as quick as he wanted to, coming out too early. Reverse 3.5 used to be my favourite dive. Not on the 3 metre springboard though, I was a 10 metre diver. But I would say 3 metre is a lot harder to compete because you've got a hurdle to deal with. On the platform, you can just take off. We've got McVeigh, back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there. I think I saw a bit of a knee bend there on the come out. Let's have a look. Good pike shape. Yeah, I think he noticed he came out maybe a little bit early. I don't think he had to do that. Panicked a bit. Would have seen maybe 8s if he didn't do that. To end round 3, we've got Finn. Reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position. It's good to see divers performing these hard dives at a junior level. Nice, solid dive. Cracking dive. It's getting a big cheer from the crowd. It's a great turnout here in Croatia, which is always good to see. Diving's not the most popular sport in the world, as I would know, but I think it deserves to be. Mari from Fiji in the 3rd position, representing his country. And doing very well. It's only round 3, now round 4. Reverse 2.5 somersaults pike for the Fijian diver. Nice dive there. Maybe losing a little bit of control on that come out. But great form in that pike shape. Saw 2 legs there. I think he knew that by his facial expressions there. Got Luke, as I mentioned, and I feel like you can tell one of the youngest competitors in the field. Forward, 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice work there from Luke. Not the greatest hurdle, not the greatest takeoff. But when the cards are dealt, you've got to deal with them. Keeping the splash down. He'll still have another chance in 2 years' time to compete in the Group A. James Wood, Australia, reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Good decision to stop there. He will get a 2-point deduction. These are the dramas that come with springboard diving. And off he goes again. Did a good job with that. It's not easy performing a dive after a restart. I think most divers have probably had to experience that in their lifetime. Your heart's kind of pounding a little bit quicker than it was originally. His coach Edwin was a great 3-meter diver, so he knows the trials and tribulations of the springboard events. Great mentor to have in your corner. We have Evan performing a reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice flight, nice height. Just a little bit scruffy on that entry. Evan trains at the Woodlands in Houston, Texas. Coached by Gabby Churros. We have Mick performing a reverse 2.5 somersaults pike. A little bit short there, vertical. Nice takeoff, planting his feet on the end of the board.
6, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Mick started when he was 6 years old. He was doing swimming, watched divers whilst he was doing his swimming lessons, and then realised swimming was boring. His words, not mine. Moving on to Joshua from Mexico. Back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there. I would have liked to see a bit of a cleaner entry. Almost skipping off the end of the board there. He's a strong, powerful diver. If he just extends his knees, he'll gain a little bit more height. More room to play with. We have Martinez. Back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Slightly rotating too far over there. A very pretty diver. Martin has started diving when he was 7 years old. His inspiration was his first coach, Thomas Daly. He does show some similarities to Thomas Daly with how neat they are in the air. Next up we've got Lewis. Back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Solid dive. Very nice indeed. Beautiful entry. That'll put some pressure firmly back on the field. Up next we've got Samuel from Canada. From the same dive, back 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Just landing a little bit short there. Just had to reach a bit further on his entry. Samuel trains at the Pointe Claire Diving Club in Montreal, coached by Jim Wayne. We have Carlos forming a forward 4.5 somersaults in the tuck position. It's a very hard dive to compete, but it can really put the pressure on the field if performs well. You can also descend down the leaderboard. If not, with a harder dive comes more risk. Let's see what he's got. Nice hurdle. Almost kind of ran out of room there. I'd like to see a tighter tuck. Bit more of a knee to toe point there. Difficult dive though. Got Matvey Pomoshkinov. Reverse 3.5 somersaults in the tuck position. Did a good job there. Skipped away from the end of the board. Just kind of killed off the height he produced. Still going pretty high though. Squeezing his tuck shape all the way around 3.5 times. Landing slightly short of vertical. Next up we've got Finn from Germany. Forward 3.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice and controlled dive there. Slightly, ever so slightly over, having to pike save underwater. Not quite keeping that splash down, but the judges still love it. That's the end of round 4. Finn still comfortably in the lead by 20 points. Oof. Moving into the final round of dives. The pressure is on. Who wants to be on the podium? Maori, representing Fiji. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 2 twists. Nice dive there from Maori. He needed that. The pressure was on. Just before his dive, he saw himself on the scoreboard in the 3rd position. That was a great dive, a lot of pressure. He should be proud of himself. It's a long wait. A long wait now to see if he's on the podium or not. Next up we've got Luke. Luke Raget performing an inward 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Nice dive there from Luke, slightly short of vertical, running out of room. Some great experiences gained from this competition, making a final as a 1st-year Group A diver. I think we'll see a lot more from him in the future. James Wood from Australia. Forward, 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist in the pike position. Solid dive there. Good takeoff into his twist, leaving his chest a little bit out on the entry, producing a bit of a splash.
6.5, 7, 7, 7, 7.5, 6.5.
Well done, James.
Evan Curran.
Next up we've got Evan Curran from America, performing a forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist. Same dive we just saw from the Australian. Oh, nice and controlled dive there. I like that a lot. Thought there was a little bit of a hesitant on the start, but nope. Dealt with it really well and kept that splash down.
7, 7, 7.5, 7, 7, 7.
Well done, Evan.
Mick Schrickert. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist, right.
On to Mick Schrickert, performing a forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist. Nice dive there, his teammate there set the bar. And he delivered as well. The pressure was on.
7, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7.
Solid dive to end his competition.
Joshua Becerra. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 2 twist.
Well done, Mick. On to Joshua Becerra from Mexico, performing a forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists in the pike position. 3.4 degree of difficulty. The average scores of the dive will be times by the degree of difficulty. Then some magical maths happens and you get your score. So the higher the degree of difficulty, the higher your score could be. Good dive there from Joshua, good height out of the board. Slightly lacking there on the entry. Want to see more commitment through the water.
6, 6, 6, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 6.
Solid diver there from Mexico. Congratulations.
Martinez Lizauskas.
We've got Martinez Lizauskas from Lithuania. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist pike. Nice dive there from Martinez. Feel like we didn't quite see his potential today. Nonetheless, very pretty diver to watch. Good leg form, good toe point, and some solid entries. Congratulations, Martinez. We have Louis Forster from Germany. Reverse 2.5 somersaults in the pike position. Coming out of that dive a little bit too late. Sailing a little bit too far over. Wrapped a bit too deeply into his pike shape.
4.5, 5.5. Samuel McCaffrey. Forward 2.5.
Good work though, nonetheless, Luis. On to the next diver, Samuel McCaffrey from Canada. Forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists. What a shame there. Samuel falling off the board means unfortunately a failed dive. The crowd clapping out of respect. It's a shame there for Samuel. Showed some great dives during the prelim and today's final. I do feel for him. Crazy how quick your competition could be over your fight for the medals. On to Carlos from Mexico. Forward 2.5 somersaults with 2 twists. Great hurdle, great dive. Showing us how a hurdle is meant to be performed in this high pressure final. Good placement on the water too. Doesn't look too happy with himself, but should be proud. Second to last diver, we have Matvey. Performing a reverse 1.5 somersaults, 3.5 twist. Previously in rank 2. Let's see if he can deal with the pressure. Wow. Not the best entry, but still a solid hurdle. This is not an easy dive to compete. Twisting around 3.5 times. I could never. Great dive there from Matvey. He will be on the medal podium. Congratulations, Matvey. Here we have Finn Au from Germany, who is already in second place without this last dive. Beautiful dive. Not quite the one he probably wanted to end on. Going a little bit over. But it doesn't matter. An amazing competition for himself. And here is our champion, coming from Germany, Finn Au. Congratulations. Top 3, Germany, Finn, Russia, Matvey, and the Fijian, Maori. Congratulations. As I said, his dream was to represent his country for the first diver in history, and he's on the podium. He'll be collecting a bronze medal. That was an incredible final. Hope you all enjoyed. And a beautiful setting to end the day. Congratulations to all, and we'll see you tomorrow for another full day of excitement, drama, and hopefully good weather.
We'll have the medal ceremony for you in just a few months' time. Our final podium member just taking their place now. And what an incredibly exciting competition that was. Maori coming from qualifying in 12th place to a place on the podium, and our medals being presented by World Aquatics Technical Diving Committee member Mohammed Hassan and our bronze medalist Maori Pomeroy. Silver medalist Matvey Pomoshnikov. Gold medalist and world junior champion Finn Au. Rijeka, make some noise for your boys, Group A, 3-meter springboard.